start a Tableau visualization, it's going to start with something like this. Excel is a really easy tool to use for it because most of us are pretty familiar with it. But you could also just use a straight CSV file or any kind of text file. There's different connections to databases. So we have a pretty simple table here with just the first row is kind of your column headers, and that's going to be the names of all of your different dimensions and measures. And then you just have the data. So we have, for each state, the number of households and with pets and the percentage of pet owners, and what about just dogs, and what about just cats. So we have that whole thing going for us. Bringing in Tableau is really super easy. So this is what Tableau Public is going to look like if you open it up. I suggest that everyone download it and play with it because it's a lot of fun. And there's some good resources here on this front page. When you open it, you'll see we have a lot of really good videos that will guide you through getting started in Tableau. And we even have some data sets here at the bottom so that you don't have to go find and format a data set like I had to do with this cats and dogs one. There's plenty of really cool data sets with really interesting things to find out. And we also have a link here to our blog for Viz of the Day, which is a really cool resource just to see what other people are doing and where it's getting published and where they're finding data. So the first thing we would do is open up our data. I have it in an Excel file. And there we go. The sheet that it's on. And that's it. So it automatically populated all of the things in this data pane with the different column headers, which is why it's really important to use descriptive column headers, because if you just name these A1, U1, C1, it's going to get real confusing when you get in here. So Tableau automatically kind of determines if something is a dimension or a measure. A measure is anything that can be aggregated, summed, averaged, so basically numbers. Whereas a dimension is something that you would use to take that data and break it up. So we have cat population would be something you can sum and average, and location is something you would do to break up how to describe that cat population. Tableau also kind of automatically tries to recognize what kind of data this is. So it knows that location, it thinks it's, it's a word, so it's a string. But the cool thing about Tableau is we have built-in geographic rules. And so, as Ben was saying, making one of those maps with every single county in the US, instead of having to just bring in those shape files, they're already in here. So if we have location and it's by state, all we have to say is, this is state. And Tableau knows it is. So now if we click that, that's every state that we have data for. There's one unknown, it looks like. We can just take that out. So if you misspell a state or something, you might need to go in and correct it. But it's really good at telling you where those mistakes are. So there's the start of our map already. Now, what we wanted to look at, if we go back to the dashboard, was this is the difference between cat and dog households. So this is not something that was originally in our data, but it's something that's really easy to make with our data, which this might look a little like programming, so don't be scared. It's actually more just like arithmetic. So we're going to create a calculated field here, and we're going to call it cat-dog difference. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the cat-owning households. Actually, no, we're going to take the dog-owning households. And we're going to subtract the cat-owning households. And that's it. That'll tell us if it's a negative number, there's more cats. If it's a positive number, there's more dogs.
These commands are somewhere around in that menu that you showed?
Yeah, so I just use a minus sign. That's all you have to do for that. But we also have a lot of built-in functions, kind of the same kinds of things you would see in Excel formulas. And there's a lot of different kinds of things you can do, not just number calculations, but you can also do if-then statements and all kinds of different logical statements in there, which I'll actually show you how to make one of those too. So now we have the cat-dog difference. And what we're going to do, we want to see the difference in color. So we can drag cat and dog difference to color. And now we have